Sweetie, I be watching him on a lot of shows. He always talking, just like in the beginning when the women thought that you had like trauma issues because you was in your what energy? You
Feminine.
be like, what about men? They don't care about us.
Don't
Women hate us.
don't
They
add
don't love
hominem.
us.
Don't add
They do
hominem.
this and they
She
do it.
cry
You what
about men
energy?
so much,
Don't
and
add hominem. Don't add
What
hominem.
energy
Attack the
was you in
argument.
earlier?
I was in my energy.
Yeah,
What you got?
oh, now he
feminine
got his
energy.
own energy, y'all.
As women, we have to be careful when we have a lot of plans and how we see our lives and trying to make a man fit into our lives versus trying to see where if you have a lot going on and he has a lot going on and you want that top guy, you're either going to have to go all in on his plan or you're going to have to find where those two, you remember that Venn diagram where we both can fit into this thing and do this thing together, because no masculine man is going to just jump ship and just do what you want to do if and there are exceptions to the rule because I know I think Judge Lynn Toller said that her husband realized that um, her career was better than his career, so he went all out and then he took, he went out and got her on TV. So it can happen, but we have to be more flexible as the woman, and that's part of femininity as well. But you can't expect the man to be like flexible and fit into your world, and you got to kind of fit into his as well and work together, figure that out together. But
Can I just jump in real quick? A really great book to read, for those that are listening, is The Way of the Superior Man. If you're trying
Yeah.
to get that idea of masculine energy and feminine energy, and for ladies too. And there's also The Way of the Superior Woman. That's a really great book, but it really gives you an idea as to how and why we flow the way that we do. Kind of what you were just saying, Ruth, as far as like really being inside of your feminine and allowing yourself to understand that literally this is just the truth of the matter. A man that's in his masculine, us as women kind of take a side seat and maybe even a back seat to his purpose. It just is what it is, right? If that, like, God's calling on his life, but that it just is what it is. If you want a certain type of man, you don't have to choose that man either. But
All right, go ahead, Wes.
Okay, because I keep hearing the whoever is rebuttaling the getting each other into whatever energy. Nobody's saying like don't come with what you're supposed to come with, like a woman's supposed to come with feminine energy. We're saying that you could amplify it. Nobody's telling nobody, oh, you're gonna help me with this. Like we know we got this, we holding this down, but we're saying it amplifies if you push us in that direction. Like Marcus said, like, let's mold each other. Like it's simple.
I just don't hold on. I just don't understand when Sweetie, I be watching him on a lot of shows. He always talking, just like in the beginning when the women thought that you had like trauma issues because you was in your what energy?
Feminine.
You be like, what about men? They don't care about us.
Don't
Women hate us.
don't
They
add
don't love
hominem.
us.
Don't add
They do
hominem.
this and they
She
do it.
cry
You what
about men
energy?
so much,
Don't
and
add hominem. Don't add
What
hominem.
energy
Attack the
was you in
argument.
earlier?
I was in my energy.
Yeah,
What you got?
now he
feminine
got his
energy.
own energy, y'all.
Yep, got my own energy.
Oh,
Now,
can I go
Okay.
now?
no, go ahead,
Cause
mommy.
you,
Keep going.
cause
Keep
you. I
pushing.
mean, I'm just saying. You always talk about
Attack my argument.
uh, why people don't care about
I
men's
didn't say that.
feelings. You be saying it in other shows too, and
Oh, don't bring up other
you
shows.
can't.
Stay right here.
But
Stay
you
right
brought it up.
here.
You brought it up
I didn't
this
say that. I
episode
didn't say that. I
in the
said
first topic. Hold on, in the first topic when the women was saying, "Oh my God, he got trauma issues." Like you had the women thinking that you had some underlying issues.
now
That's what.
where
But
He
look, hold
does.
on, hold
now
on,
where now where did I
hold
say
on,
that women don't care
hold
about
on.
in this show?
Please, Lord, somebody please run the
I'm
tape.
just asking because I want you to attack my argument,
You
not me.
you you said that. You said that you was like, what was the topic? Oh my
It was
God, what was
about
the
a
topic?
woman to
But
help
I
you.
I know I
Woman to help. I
forgot the
can help
topic,
you.
but I heard what you said.
I can help
And
you.
that's when the women start to kind of attack you thinking that they don't know you from a can of paint, but
Right?
they was just assuming that you had some type of underlying trauma, like you had some issues. But
Fair.
you got to understand, but that's how a woman hear things come out of your mouth, and that's why you have these women using these other terms to to judge a man, saying things like sassy and this and that.
So what
You
did I say that was sassy?
you were saying that why women see women, they don't care about us men.
I
That's
didn't say that.
exact.
Like a
Okay.
girl.
Now, Mr. Leggo,
Okay,
Mr.
okay,
Leggo,
okay.
shut
So
up.
they just said that for no reason.
No, you're saying something that I said.
No,
I
so
didn't say that
no. So why did the women say that about you?
because they misconstrued what I said. And
But
they
what did
hold
you
on,
say?
wait. Because they misconstrued what I said and they assumed they immediately tried to attack my masculinity and try to say who hurt you because I said that we're sitting here expecting men to have to deal with problematic women and then give them grace when they wouldn't give us that type of grace. And then I
And what
gave
else
an
you said?
example. Then I gave an example.
What else you
That's
said
all that I
after that?
said. That's
What else
literally
you
all I
said
said.
after
got a
that?
I
question,
didn't say
Sweeney.
anything else after that.
I got a question, Sweeney.
No.
Isn't it your responsibility as a man to articulate
I thought I articulated myself
where
very well.
whatever it is that you want to say is
I think I
comprehended?
did very. I think I did a very good job at that. Them misinterpreting.
Everybody on the panel didn't understand
Trev,
then and now.
Trev understood. Marcus
The
understood.
women on this
Hold on.
panel
Wait,
versus
Mr.
that other
Lego, Mr.
panel are
Lego,
responding to
Mr.
you the
Lego.
same way, it seems like.
No, as a matter of fact, everybody in the chat understood me too. If you were paying
The
attention,
women on the panel. I'm saying the women on the panel. I'm just asking a question because I wasn't on the other thing.
Go ahead.
Mommy 3 is saying women on another panel is looking at you crazy, and then the women on this panel are looking at you like you crazy. Is that your fault or their fault? I'm just
Their
asking.
fault.
I was not over there.
Their fault.
So
You know what? Hold on, real quick. Ruth, I'm gonna let you slide in. The reason why I said that because I articulated myself very well. It is not my problem if somebody misinterprets my words. If they, because the thing is, they came in and said, "Who hurt you? You must feel some type of way because of the words that I use."
But
That
the women
doesn't
here,
mean that, okay, fair. But that doesn't mean that I didn't say what I said and that what I said wasn't right or correct.
if
Just
12 people miss,
okay, you're right. If 5 people on the panel didn't understand me, but 30 people, hold on, wait, and 30 people on the chat understood me, and also on the other show, 30 people in the chat also understood me. So you can talk about the people on the panel all you want, but that's also a shaming tactic that people like to use when they don't like what you say. So they say, "Who hurt you?" It sounds like women hurt you because one lady asked me if I had a wife because she was upset about what I said, and instead of attacking my argument, she attacked me. So no, I don't think I was the problem in that situation. I think I articulated myself very well. Now, go ahead, Ruth. I know you got some shit you gonna say.
I agreed with him. As far as you got to stay in your feminine energy, and you have because we're expecting the men to come in their masculine energy, so we have to stay in our feminine energy. You know, most of the time. I think there's a line, and we were talking about that line, like when it gets dangerous, then you got to switch up. And men have to understand that, and sometimes it does feel like men don't. It's like because you're trying to say your point that you don't understand like the danger. Like sometimes you tell a man a story and he's like, "Oh, I could never deal with that. I could never." That means you never put yourself in a woman's shoes. So
right.
women just thinking like, if you guys could give us grace and just hear our side of the story and like communicate that you understand that that's dangerous for us, then we can say, okay, let's move on and talk about the feminine side of things. So, but I don't think that a man, a woman, like whatever Sweeney said, I don't think that. I think women use it as an excuse to be like, oh, I don't have to be feminine because I don't like you, or you're not the kind of man I want. So I'm just have that. What is it? Conditional femininity. So we just have to learn how to articulate and act accordingly. So.
But we never said we'll disrespect a
Hello,
man.
Sarah.
I
I
don't get it.
say something really similar along the lines of Sweeney. I don't think that you did a bad job of articulating your point. In fact, I think you're very clear inside of what it was that you were saying. However, I think what, like I said earlier when you were saying it, it's not that what you're saying is right or wrong because people will argue both sides of the coin. The issue is that it's divisive. It creates a divide between what it is that what we want. We don't want a group of men like Ruth was just saying to hear that and weaponize what you say and now go forward saying, oh well, y'all heifers, it ain't that hard for y'all don't, when you're not putting yourself into our shoes, it again just creates a larger and larger and larger divide. So I don't think that you have an issue articulating yourself. I don't know if anybody hurt you, nor is it any of my business, but what I do know is the message that you're portraying is allowing for the majority of people, because you have to remember Most people live inside of their trauma. Most people are easily triggered. Most people are reactive instead of responsive. And so when you do these sound bites and these sound clips, you're giving more people an opportunity to buy into the story of black men don't support black women, the story of black women are too masculine, the story of men don't understand us. And there's so many different stories that get to be created because most people, and we just got to be fair, most people are not doing the work to heal. And we as leaders inside of a space have to be mindful of the message that we're portraying out there, that we're not creating more of a divide, because where we divide, there's conquer. Right? We want to make sure that we're coming together because, like Confucius says, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together.